What's up, this is Score 2440, we're following some sound team video. Today we'll be doing one of the toughest towing tests here on the Westbirdge Hills Map with the half-ton trucks. The trucks we'll be testing today are the Ram 1500 Crew Cab, the Nissan Titan XD, the Toyota Tundra, the Ford F-150 Lariat, and the GMC 1500. So we have a variety of different truck brands, which is pretty cool, and the trailer we'll be towing is a 20-foot trailer with 9,000 pounds of weight. And as you guys can see, we have giant tubs of water strapped down. So this will be pretty cool. We'll be testing out the braking and the traction, power, everything like that, going downhill and uphill. So this will be pretty interesting. And this also was a pretty highly requested video. So if you do have any cool video ideas, let me know down below in the comments. Up first, we'll be using the Ram 1500 Crew Cab. Some of these trucks will be squatting since 9,000 pounds is pretty heavy. We'll be backing up and attaching. And as you guys can see, once we do attach, the Ram does not squat, which is pretty good. And this, like I was saying, is pretty heavy, and it's pretty close to the top of the towing limits for all of these trucks, which is pretty cool. So we'll be taking a right, and we'll be going on the same course, kind of testing to see exactly how all of these do. So the first section of this is to go downhill on a windy road, and I mean, this will be a bit of a challenge, especially since sometimes the back could slide out on you when you do go down hills and everything like that. But I would like to thank each and every one of you for all of the continued support. You guys are awesome with all of the positive feedback, and I am under the weather again today. But as you guys can see, the brake lights did automatically turn on, but overall this truck did a pretty good job coming down, and I mean, that just shows that the braking power on this did a good job. And as you guys can see, looks like we do just have a lot of power, which is pretty cool. Then the next section is kind of just going up this hill. There's two parts to this hill. If you guys would like me to see If you guys would like me to do more towing challenges here, let me know down below in the comments. We did do one with dualies, which was pretty cool. But as you guys can see, going up this hill now, I mean, this Ram definitely has a lot of power. And then to kind of keep it consistent, we will not be stopping there. We'll be turning and gaining speed once again as we do climb up the hill. And these trucks do not represent the real life truck, since this is a game. The different power handlings of all of them are different. But as you guys can see, it was pretty successful with the Ram 1500, and overall that was a pretty easy, very nicely done. We'll be disconnecting the trailer, and up next is the Nissan Titan XD. Now that does have a Cummins under it, the only diesel, and I think that it should do pretty well. So we'll be hopping in this. This does have custom wheels, and the majority of these trucks are stock, which is going to be pretty helpful. So we'll be coming over here, and most likely this truck will squat. Now this is on the larger end of the half-ton trucks, which is pretty cool, and as you guys can see, it is already squatting, which might cause some problems steering wise, losing some traction with all of that weight in the back. But as you guys can see, looks like the suspension is bouncy. We do have to watch out for that. If we do hit a bump or a pretty sharp turn, we could easily kind of slide out. But as you guys can see, even turning, it looks like it's bouncy. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Let me know how it is down below in the comments. And overall, you guys can see, looks like we almost lost control there. So this Titan is a bit hard to control, but overall it is taking some of the bumps on the road pretty well. And some of these trucks do not have the best engine sounds, and I do apologize for that, but 9,000 pounds is quite a lot, and I mean, some of the trucks do go up to 10,000, even a few go up to 12, which is pretty cool. But I thought that kind of doing this would be a very interesting thing, trying to compare the different trucks here in Farming Sim. As you guys can see, we are coming up here on the last section, and it looks like the Titan is slowing down just a little bit. I do have my foot all the way on the throttle, and it looks like we are just about going to make it up it. So take a look at that, guys. Looks like the Ram did a pretty good job getting up it, but this one is struggling just a little bit. Looks like we are not spinning our tires, which is good. We'll make the turn here, and like I was saying, we will not be stopping there, so we do not lose momentum. But overall, this Titan did a pretty good job. We did almost kind of crash it going down the hill with the back kind of going loose, especially with this amount of weight. We do not want the back to go like that. But as you guys can see, looks like we are once again struggling, which isn't that good. But overall, I mean, one pretty cool truck. The next truck we'll be testing will be the Toyota Tundra, so we kind of pulling in here. It's a bit easier not having to kind of turn around in the parking lot. We'll disconnect it right over here, and we only have 2 more trucks after this, which is pretty exciting. I really do like doing these towing tests, comparing these trucks here in the game, and then kind of comparing it to the real life test. So we'll be hopping in the Toyota Tundra. This truck is stock and it does have a gooseneck hitch, which is pretty cool. And also by doing this towing challenge, we get to use trucks that we don't usually use on a daily basis, which is pretty cool. We'll be attaching to this, and I do want to take a quick look at the suspension so you guys can see the truck is leveled. Once we do attach, it looks like it does squat just a little bit, so hopefully we do not run into a problem here. And on the trucks that do have interior views, first person views, we will definitely be using them. As we are heading out here, the Toyota Tundra looks good towing it, and it looks like the back is also bouncy, and hopefully we do not lose control, but we'll just kind of let the truck kind of brake itself, and we'll kind of make our way down. Looks like, almost looks like we would be losing control, but overall doing a pretty good job. Going down the hill was very successful, which is pretty good, and having these 9,000 pounds is pretty cool. As you guys can see, we are coming up here on the last section of this test for the Toyota Tundra, which is going up the hill. And as you guys can see, we do have 9,000 pounds, and all we need to do at the end of today is to pretty much drain that. Then this trailer will only be a few more pounds, especially with those. But as you guys can see, it was bouncy back there, and overall, I mean, struggling once again, just like the Titan. If you do have any cool video ideas, let me know down below in the comments. I really do enjoy responding to all of your comments each and every single day. So if you do have any cool ideas, or if you just want to comment, you could always do it down below, and I always do read them. But we are left with only 2 trucks left, which is pretty cool. And it looks like this truck is struggling to kind of get up it. No traction loss, and overall, I mean, braking going down the hill worked also. We are arriving back here at the headquarters of the test. We'll kind of park this up, and the next one is the 2016 Ford F-150 Lariat. Now, all of these trucks are crew cabs, very similar trucks, which is perfect. I do want this to be a pretty fair comparison, trying to test them all. We'll be hopping in the F-150 Lariat. This does have a first-person view, which is pretty cool. We will be kind of featuring that throughout today, kind of changing up the camera views. We'll be backing up here, and this does have a drop hitch, so hopefully we do not run into a problem of it touching the ground. But take a look at that, guys. Looks like the F-150 is squatting. Now, this is 9,000 pounds, and this truck is able to tow just about 11. And as you guys can see, kind of heading out there on that down ramp, we almost scraped the hitch, which is not good. And it looks like we are getting a little bit of body roll, and the stability of this truck is not the best. But as you guys can see, it's still doing the job, which is perfect. And we do have to take it pretty slow. As you guys can see, in some sections, the front wheels do come up off the ground. This is the first time today that we did have that problem. And look at that, guys. The front wheel just about was not on the ground the entire time. So we do have to be pretty careful. Wow, losing control there for a minute. This F-150 is squatting, but it's still doing the work, which is pretty cool. And these trucks are awesome trucks. All of them look pretty cool, and they do have their own custom features from each company. We'll take this turn here, and we'll get lined up. We do want to get a lot of momentum, but we do have to watch out for these railroad tracks. We do not want them to kind of damage the hitch. So hopefully we do not run into any problems as we go up. Looks like the suspension is a bit bouncy, almost kind of bouncing to the point of it hitting the ground. But take a look at that, guys. This is able to climb up, which is pretty cool. Like I was saying earlier, guys, I am under the weather. I've been this past week, and I do apologize for that. I really do enjoy doing daily farming sim videos, and doing a lot of different types of games also is a lot of fun. But as you guys can see, this Lariat did a pretty good job, and we have 1 truck left in today's toughest towing challenge here on the Westbirdge Hills map. And this is actually a pretty cool kind of throwback, almost in a way, because this map came out back in FS15 as a DLC. Then it went over to FS15, and now it's in FS17, which is pretty cool. That's very exciting, and overall I really do like this map a lot. So as you guys can see, we kind of are back here, and the last one is a GMC 1500. I mean, that's pretty cool. I believe that it's like the extended cab. It's not the complete 4 doors, just because the back two are a little bit shorter. We'll be hopping in this. The chrome on this truck looks pretty cool, and I mean, this truck should do pretty well. We'll be backing up and attaching, and we'll be seeing how this last one does. As you guys can see, we got it attached. The truck did not squat at all, and on the inside view does have a pretty cool interior view. But kind of heading out, looks like we are not struggling to kind of put the power down, and overall this should do a pretty good job. But the back end of this truck looks like is a bit bouncy when we are on turns, which is not the best. I mean, going down this, you guys can see we are going down pretty fast, and we did not lose control, which is good. But the back end, like I was saying, looks like it really just wants to slide out on us every time we kind of drive. So we do have to be pretty careful as we go up the hill. But overall, I think 9,000 pounds was pretty fair. It is pretty close to the max limit of a few, while some do exceed just about 11,000, which is pretty cool. We are now gaining momentum, trying to go back up the hill, and as you guys can see, we do have a lot of momentum, and this GMC is just overall very nicely done, which is pretty cool. But if you guys would like to see a towing challenge of even like quarter-ton trucks, or dualies, or even 3/4 tons, let me know down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and subscribe for more.